because Faker usually gets what he wants.
But it's such a problem when we just look at the pick and ban phase, because we know the amount of counter picks Faker does have. Like Fizz is one of them he showed in the semi-final. If you can play Fizz into Xiaohu's Azir, you can play it into Hui's Azir as well.
Yeah. No surprise here, they're targeting Hui right off the bat. Now, one of the things that went into CLG's choice of blue side every time here is that they wanted to pick the blue champion as well. Ryze has been key for Hui in all of their series. Aurelion Sol is the first target there from SKT, though.
So what do SKT do? Are they willing to ban it, or will Faker play one of those counter picks that we've talked about? You can see Alistair, Sivir, Maokai, the bans from CLG.
Yeah, so with the last ban, CLG is kind of telling SKT, we removed their first pick top option, so now Ryze has to be a ban, and that's why SKT is banning it. Otherwise, you know, they could have left it open, given it for free over to CLG, and only get 2 picks without the same value as a Maokai. And I think this Echo first pick is the correct choice, because Darshan needs a good matchup in the top lane.
Yeah, I think the only thing he does need to correct, yesterday when we were casting their game versus Flash Wolves, there were multiple points where me and Cripple were like, Darshan should know at this point that he has to play safer because there is a 3-0 Kindred on the map, and he was punished. Karsa did a really good job of asserting pressure and getting Darshan behind.
And I really like how we see these adaptations between series. Israel coming into the playoffs, we're not looking to be the most contested AD carry, but then during the series we saw these AD carries saying, you know what, we actually want to have a very safe choice in the bottom lane where our support can start roaming. That choice is Israel. This is like the LCK final where both the Tigers and SKT wanted that Israel pick, because then it opens up your support to start roaming around.
And of course for Bang and Wolf, changing that playstyle a little from being over-aggressive in the group stage to being a little bit more controlled, a little safer during the semi-final earlier this week. CLG Gaming got 20 seconds to lock in their picks. Where are they targeting?
Echo mid coming in. Surprising in a way. Shown very early, because they want to make sure that Sean can actually take the Poppy top, and obviously they saw the Azir, so they felt like, okay, this is going to be the matchup we take.
Exactly. The Maokai is banned, so they want to take away the third of those top 3 triumvirate of the top lanes. The only thing is that Trundle has been the lane bully that comes in and tries to break up those 3, stealing the stats of the tanks up on the top side.
And this is still a flex pick for SKT. Obviously can still be moved down to
Very
support.
possible.
If needed, Nautilus is an option up top lane if you want a pure tank against the Poppy. But this is again one of the big questions we had. What can Hui blind pick? Technically in this one they had a flex pick, so he wasn't completely blind. He saw the Azir, he could now take the Echo into it, but that's still a very, very hard champion to play.
It is, and it's a champion that plays into sort of a style that Hui's tried to adapt to multiple mid lane champions, where he presses the lane, tries to shove out the wave, and get multiple early backs. It is a style that can be punished with jungle pressure towards the mid lane, and that's why this Elise is also a pretty important pick here for me, for SKT, signaling that Blank actually wants to go for a lot of early ganks instead of opting into that hard farming, which has been prevalent.
We have seen so many Kindreds, Nidalees, and so on in this tournament, but this is an Elise now coming in as the first choice, and it's because SKT has decided it's not about what Blank can do as a carry. It's about what he can do for his lanes. And he's playing a more supportive utility jungler, and wow.
The Nami is locked in.
Are we back in Season 3 or anything here?
Ranged supports are a thing. The moment Alistair's banned away, we're just not seeing anything. So, Nami, Kobe, what do you think of that?
One of the biggest surprises to everyone was that at this tournament, the entire world started following the North American support pool, sort of defining the meta. Now Wolf is taking it one step further and saying, Aframu, I see your Sona,
we're trying too hard to make new picks happen right here, I feel like. Sona yesterday, now the Nami as well.
Hey, the Sona worked.
It did work. It was a good pick into Karma, which was the reason, obviously, Aframu.
As a former Nami main, is Nami a good pick into Soraka?
No, I actually don't think so, because Nami is built around either you play a passive sustain lane, or you try and play with an AD carry who can outtrade the enemy AD carry, and you set up these picks with bubbles. The problem is Soraka will out-sustain the Nami, so you actually have to be able to all-in them.
I also agree with Officio in the team fight phase as well, because when CLG run the Echo mid Poppy top, which they've done before, they use it to take out the backline of their opponents, and Nami's a little bit less reliable in defending her AD carry.
We'll find out if those tidal waves work out. You guys at home, jump on Twitter for the first time in the Championship Series at the Mid-Season Invitational.